Owned and operated.
Don't forget, $47 down.
Circle Hyundai, making our mark, giving everyone a square deal.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Fran Hayes, welcome to the Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds is back with us here today on a rainy, dreary Sunday, but nothing can dull the glow that we're basking in for the Super Bowl win, the Eagles. The party continues, and I'll tell you what, yesterday we had a fun show, and I look forward, guys, to walking down memory lane and reminiscing about our 2025 Super Bowl champions, Danny.
Can't rain on this parade, Billy.
No
you
way,
just can't
man.
do it.
All that rain that's falling outside can't dampen our spirits, Andrew Lee.
No, sir. No, sir. How we feeling? It's been a minute
brother.
since I've been in the studio.
Yeah, we have. Hey, Danny, we haven't seen
Welcome back,
We haven't seen
intern.
Duck
Dude.
Dynasty in about 2.5 months.
I
It's
know.
been busy. I've been busy at
no
the
wonder
stadium.
the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Come on.
You are superstitious, aren't you?
I'm a very superstitious guy.
Let the listeners tell everybody what you told me.
So there were a couple things. I mean, during the year, obviously the Eagles were on such a roll, and I work at the stadium on game days.
Sure.
So obviously a lot of Sundays, especially come playoffs time, I wasn't able to come into the show, unfortunately, and do the live remotes at Chicken and the Egg. That all seemed to be a great time.
Oh my God, we've been having such a blast, and
And
we'll be
then,
there next Saturday.
Yeah.
Flyers
so,
pregame show,
Flyers
right?
pregame
Yes, sir.
show.
And last week or the week before the Super Bowl, there was I could have come in, but there was also the Super Bowl send-off at the
Yeah,
stadium.
man.
They could have used the help, and I was like, you know what? I haven't been on the show this whole playoff run.
Staying away.
I'll stay away one other week, and then here we are, Super Bowl champs, baby.
Great to have you back, and because of Andrew Leeds, Danny, working at the pro shop,
Yep.
we get I bought a bunch of T-shirts, courtesy of the Locker Room.
And the intern.
And the intern. We have, and I'm going to hold it up, we have the Super Bowl official T-shirts,
Yeah.
right? Tell us about them there, Andrew Leeds.
Yes, sir. So these are the official on-field Super Bowl champ shirt that you saw everyone wearing after the game. It's got the big Lombardi trophy, obviously LIX on there. It's got the official trophy collection and the official NFL gear wear stickers on there, if you care about that sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, it's the exact thing Jalen was wearing, lifting that Lombardi.
And man, all the
Get it
players
today.
are wearing. As a matter of fact, if you open up the Inquirer today, big picture of the guys wearing their jersey, wearing their shirts on the field. And Danny, we're going to open up the text board at 609-403-0973. We have one extra large and two larges. 609-403-0973. And we're going to ask a couple questions.
Yeah, so we're going to be asking you guys two questions out there today. First one, and they're both Eagles-based, obviously, because like I said, you can't rain on this parade. This high is going to last all season long until the kickoff of Week 1 next year. But our first question is, what does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship mean to you? Is it as sweet as the first, and why or why not? And then the second question, you have to answer both for a chance to win. We're going to pick our top three favorite. Second question is, if you could only pick two, which of these four high-priority free agents do you want the Eagles to re-sign, and why? Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and Mekhi Becton. You can only pick two. Which two are you picking?
Great question, because it's a very difficult question to answer.
I'm not even sure I know the answer.
I mean, but I have faith in Howie Roseman. I have a deep feeling a good suspicion that Howie Roseman keeps 3 of the 4.
I wouldn't be surprised. The way he just absolutely manages the salary cap and finesses the salary cap seemingly. I mean, Jalen Hurts is going to be our highest cap hit next season at $22 million. For a QB, that's kind of absurd. I mean,
it's not even that big of a QB hit in the grand scheme of things. And Howie, he always seems to work his magic. Obviously, it took a bit of a bump during the parade. Got himself, he's bleeding for this city.
That was awesome.
I mean,
did you see the video?
Yeah, I did see the video. He got decked in the head. I mean, the scar is unfortunate, but that's what you got to do when you're in the city of champions, baby.
And yesterday we had Coy Detmer on, guys. Did you see the post of him climbing a traffic pole?
No, I didn't see it.
Come on, man, you young cats.
No, I didn't see it.
All over
awesome.
social media, didn't see it.
We were too busy getting, at the parade.
This was on Wednesday.
Oh,
I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. When I saw it, I called Nicky Earnshaw, and he saw it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to call Coy Detmer. My man got right back to me. He was so pumped. And yesterday on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline, you can hear his enthusiasm, his euphoria. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
He was he was on cloud 9 because the Eagles won.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us are at this point. I mean, obviously took a long time to get that first ring, and then only having to wait 7 years. I mean, obviously I wish it was less than 7 years, but 7 years in the grand scheme of things is not that long to have to wait.
Long. Plus, they made it to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In 22.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 3 Super Bowl appearances in 8 years.
609-403-0973, and that leads us into one of our questions, right? The one question, do we have
the first question was, what does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship mean to you? Is it as sweet as the first, and why or why not?
So I think this particular championship run had a completely different feel to it. First of all, Mike Gill invited us to Radio Row. I want to thank him again. We had such a blast.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were having a great time down in Bourbon Street.
Oh, my gosh. It was so much fun. But it was our team playing in it. Like last year when we went to Vegas, we weren't in the Super Bowl, and it was like work, and it was fun. It was my first time there, and the experience. This time, the Eagles were in it. It had a different vibe to it, man.
I can't imagine.
That 17 season, remember, Carson Wentz got hurt against the Rams in that year, and so everything else that happened after that was all unexpected.
Yeah,
really.
it was all house money.
It was all house money. I mean, the next man up theory, wounded dogs, right? Run faster, all that stuff. That was more of a Cinderella run.
I mean, you're going into a playoff run with a backup quarterback expecting really nothing, to be honest with you. If you get a win, you get 2 wins, that's beautiful, but you're not expecting to go to the Super Bowl with it, let alone to win the Super Bowl. So that was more of a euphoric run in the sense where all of it was unexpected, and as they got better and better throughout the postseason, your confidence grew. But even the Super Bowl, that game was extremely close, down to the wire. We knew by halftime that the Eagles had beaten the Chiefs.
Yes.
And I don't know if that made it feel less real because of how easy it was, but this entire week, until really the parade, it didn't feel real to me.
But it did, and I'll tell you what, Leeds, you answer this question. So after the Eagles go 2-2, they hit the bye week, the offensive line goes to the coach. Sirianni says, we want to run the ball. Let's change our whole approach. Let's change our culture. Well, what are we known for? Run the ball, right? Then they win what? They peel off 10 wins in a row.
The only loss they had the rest of the season was a game where Hurts left in the first quarter from a concussion.
Yeah.
After he comes back, pretty much nothing. He doesn't light the world on fire until he gets to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah. I mean, the last 3 playoff games, and by the way, I love ice hockey, and I know that we'll talk about this because we got a great show lined up. But let me just set this up. You know what the Nations Face-Off, the 4 Nations tournament was on last night. You know what? I didn't watch it. You know what I watched last night, guys? The Eagles and Commanders and Eagles and Rams.
Really?
On
NFL Network was playing them all day.
I watched the whole thing. I relived it.
I mean, it was dude. Each game was special for a different reason.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, the last 2 were kind of similar because they both ended up being. We put up 95 points in those last 2 games. But even that Commanders game, through 3 quarters, it had an intense feeling.
The Rams game, let's face it, that was we didn't know what, but I was still confident. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was too. Like, I think if there wasn't as heavy of snow that day, it's belt to ass for the Rams. I think they would win probably by 10 or more points, but because of that snow, obviously it's going to affect both teams greatly, but it's hard to pass in that type of weather. And if Saquon doesn't break off those, couple big runs, they probably don't win that game because Stafford was the better passer in the snow. against Jalen Hurts. Luckily, Jalen Carter saved the day and stopped that drive late in the fourth quarter. But, man, I would much rather relive the Commanders game than I would the Rams game. That was a sweaty
100%.
one.
But I got to tell you, this question that we're having pertains to that. What type of feel, right? Give me the specific question, Danny.
Yeah, so the question we're going to have, we have two, the one based on the free agent, but the first one is, what does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship mean to you, and is it as sweet as the first? Why or why not?
All right, 609-403-0973. We have 3 T-shirts, Super Bowl T-shirts, official NFL licensed T-shirts, courtesy of the intern Andrew Leeds.
I do want to emphasize, if you want to win one of these shirts, answer both questions. Put some effort into it. We're not just giving away these shirts to somebody who half-asses it and sends one answer and not even their name. Answer both questions. I'll reiterate them one more time. What does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship mean to you? Is it as sweet as the first? Why or why not? And the second question, if you could only pick 2 of these 4 high-priority free agents the Eagles have this offseason, who would you want to re-sign and why? Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and Mekhi Becton.
609-403-0973. We got a great show lined up today. By the way, real quick, 1980 was a very special year. Not only did all 4 of our sports teams go to their respective championships, and the Phillies won the World Series that year. So we were 1 for 3, but we were all there, right? The 1980 Olympic ice hockey team started their march to the gold medal right now, this week. And next Saturday and Sunday, I think it was the actual date that they won it. But today, in memory of that, we're going to have 1980 gold medal champion Buzz Schneider.
Wow.
Left winger Schneider's going to be like, guys, that whole year was magical.
It's great timing too after last night's win.
Yes. And by the way, I saw the highlights. Did you see all the fights in that thing?
Yeah, it was an intense game.
I
think I saw within 9 seconds of the game there were 3 fights.
And I missed it. So, but I saw the highlights. All right. And then at the bottom of the second hour, we got our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Malaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. So get locked in. We're ready to go. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with over 20 offices in the New Jersey and Philly and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. We love John McCann and Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether commercial or residential properties, for estate tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we begin to turn the page to the Eagles offseason. We'll ask all of the Eagles' key offseason questions. Plus, we'll look back at the first half of the Sixers season, get you ready for the Phillies' stories of spring training. All that and more Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Leonard Skinner. Live in concert. Friday, May 30th, 9 p.m. Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. Celebrating 50 years of Leonard Skinner. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Leonard Skinner.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here at Northfield. Billy Schweim. My locker room youth movement is back. Intern Andrew Leeds and Danny Ryan is here. And, of course, the Eagles took capitalizing. You know, if you remember the beginning of the game, the Chiefs had 8 men in the box, even 9 at one point. They were fixated on stopping Saquon Barkley. And what happened? Man coverage. Jalen Hurts was putting the ball right on the money. By the way, Dave Clemick made a very good point yesterday. What's the one thing that the Schweiner says? What's the one thing that the Schweiner has consistently complained about all season? And I couldn't even answer the question. I'm like, well, I'm looking at him like, what's he getting at? My one thing that I was very consistent. All I wanted was aesthetically pleasing wins, right? Games that looked like
even last year
balls on the money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't care obviously the outcome of the game is big too. You want to win those games, but I want a game that is fun to watch. Is not frustrating to watch. We got that in the playoffs.
We did pretty much every game. I mean, even the Rams game. At the end of the game, Jalen Carter with a huge play to kind of seal it. You wanted a win that you could be confident about, not just a win that you skate. By the skin of your teeth.
But you know what I mean? Like Leeds, like a win that you could come away going, that was a fun game to watch. Our quarterback was hitting people.
Nobody can mess with us.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You want to see everybody actually, playing to their level that they can play and just, smooth offense, smooth defense.
Yes!
You don't want to have to sit there. I mean, really the ugliest game of the playoff run, the Rams game, but also the Packers game wasn't necessarily.
No.
Didn't give us a lot of confidence.
Saquon Barkley stole the show in both of those games, right?
Yeah.
We had the defense.
Yeah, the defense really, I'd say, in the Packers game was the biggest factor.
I think Hurts was still dealing with some concussion issues in that game, too.
For sure.
His first game back from concussion. He was probably rusty. They probably limited the game plan with him a little bit.
609-403-0973. We have great shirts. Eagles Super Bowl champion shirts. Leeds going to hold one up right now. We're on the X platform or the YouTube channel. They're officially licensed shirts, T-shirts, courtesy of the Locker Room and Andrew Leeds, the intern. He works at the pro shop over there. 609-403-0973. What's the question there, Danny?
Yeah, the first question is, what does the second Super Bowl championship for the Philadelphia Eagles mean to you, and is it as sweet as the first? Why or why not? Second question is, it relates more to the offseason and Howie Roseman. If you could only pick two, which of these four high-priority Eagles free agents do you want them to re-sign, and why? Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and Mekhi Becton. You can only pick two.
So when you pick two and you give us the reasons, at the end of the show, we'll decide who's going to win the shirts.
Have to answer both questions. Don't half-ass it. Give us a reason why.
We have three shirts, two larges. Or do one extra large and two larges.
Yep, and if you could in your message maybe include which shirt you want, just so we know which we're giving away to who.
Very good.
So include large or extra large. But
the size shirt you want, make sure to include your name, where you're from, so we know who wins if we do pick your answer. Our first entry, though, is Jeff in Ocean City. He's always a loyal listener chiming in.
He would love this shirt, man.
He chimes in and says, the second Super Bowl win was more special to me because I got to experience it live in NOLA. He was at the Super Bowl, so, I mean, you can't beat that. And then he said he would re-sign Zach Bond and Mekhi Becton.
Yeah.
See, that's what I said yesterday. Because if you watch Baldy's breakdown leads, he's doing on Mekhi Becton.
Mm-hmm.
He was Chris Jones. He was manhandling him.
Yeah, I mean, Mekhi Becton, he's had a great year all season. I mean, a guy who the Jets just pretty much wanted to dump off for nothing. Right. I mean, it seemed like he was a bust coming out of the Jets organization, and then you get him in the Stoutland program.
Did you just say organization?
Organization.
What are you, Canadian? The
Maybe.
Dynasty down there?
You never know. But
he was working in Canada, not the Eagles pro shop.
The 51st state.
Oh, gosh. Mekhi Becton, back on track over here. Mekhi
Golf
Becton.
of America.
You gotta...
real quick, I don't want to get into this, but did you see, as retaliation, somebody on like Apple Maps made the Mall of America the Mall of Mexico?
I did see that. I saw that.
All right.
People are awesome, man.
Back to the sports.
Back to the sports. Yeah, you get Mekhi Becton in with Jeff Stoutland University. Don't be an island.
Plus, you know what? Here's another thing. Did you guys see how emotional Becton's been? And it's been like, like getting to the playoffs, he was a wreck, an emotional wreck, tears everywhere. He was a waterworks factory. He was crying more than it's raining outside right now. Then they continue each win. He was emotional, and then at the Super Bowl, forget it. Yeah. He was all tears.
I would say Becton's probably the most underrated storyline of this entire team. I mean, a guy again who was a top 5 pick. Expected big things.
He hits the center. He hits Juergens right when they get ready to snap the ball. He looks like he has something to do with the calls, and not only that, the guy. I'm gonna ask you guys this question. I'll ask Danny next.
Okay, sure.
Intern, if you're Mekhi Becton, I asked this to the boys yesterday. Would you take less to stay here? He's gonna make. What's the difference? Seriously, and I know the difference. I'm just saying rhetorically.
Yeah.
What's the difference between 25 and 27 million?
Yeah, I would like to think he would. I mean, he knows that he's in a system that works for him. I mean, Jeff Stoutland obviously has done wonders with him.
Right.
They just won a ring. I think he would. He seems like the type of guy who cares about winning more than anything else. But, I mean, at the same time,
he loves the guys that he loves the linemen.
Yeah, and he seems to love the city.
They're like brothers.
I mean, this place revived his career. That O-line room revived his career. Jeff Stoutland revived his career. So this place means a lot to him. As you mentioned, he was really emotional during the playoff run. It's really crazy because he's a beast on the field, but he's such a gentle giant off the field.
Oh,
and I love it. And, this is a guy who was completely written off.
Danny, somebody like that, you got to reward. Yeah. I guarantee Howie Roseman is going to find a way to get him in and possibly 2 other guys. Unfortunately, the way I see this situation, I think if there's one guy that you could probably get away with not re-signing would be Josh Sweat.
I think
100%.
we lose Milton Williams and Josh Sweat.
No,
I think we do.
I don't want to. He's 25 years old.
I agree.
He can pass rush as a tackle.
He's very underrated.
He's 25. And
I'd love to keep him, but Moro Ojomo, similar to Jalix Hunt, if he were to replace Josh Sweat, Ojomo and Hunt have played good. I mean, for young guys, they're not only holding their own, they're making plays out there. I mean, Hunt had a great game in the Super Bowl, so I think they could make it work, and I think they'd make other moves.
What's the linebacker's name?
Oren Burks.
Oren Burks.
I think he's a free agent as well.
He's a free agent as well.
Yeah, depth piece that just filled in seamlessly.
See, here's another thing. You gotta look. Nakobe Dean's often hurt. So, you can't count on him for a whole season.
Yeah, I'd rather re-sign Bond. If you're choosing between the two, because Dean's contract's going to be up after this next season, I would much rather re-sign Bond, even though he's older than Nakobe Dean.
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. Danny, what's the question?
First question is, two questions. First question is, what does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship mean to you? Is it as sweet as the first one, and why or why not? Second question is, if you could only re-sign 2 of the Eagles' 4 high-priority free agents this offseason, who would they be, with those free agents being Zach Bond, Mekhi Becton, Milton Williams, and Josh Sweat? Who would you re-sign if you could only pick 2, and why would you re-sign those 2?
609-403-0973. Now, I know it's a rainy Sunday, and everybody's like slowly getting out of the sack. By the way, I didn't feel like getting out of bed today.
No,
one of those days.
I don't think anybody
but now
does
that I'm here,
today.
I'm in a 3-point stance.
I'm ready.
I'm pumped up. Aren't you pumped up? You get that feeling?
As the great Dave Clemick would say, I'm caffeinated, activated, and I'm ready to go, baby. The coffee's hitting.
Activated.
We're here. We might as well make some, fun out of it. Let's go.
Yeah, 609-403-0973. Leeds, got me 3 shirts.
Yes, sir.
We got extra large and 2 larges.
Yes, an extra large, 2 larges. These are the on-the-field Super Bowl champ shirts, exactly what the team wore out there in New Orleans in the Caesar Dome, celebrating that win. Make sure to text us what size you want, because, again, we only got 2 larges and 1 extra large, so be sure to let us know. And, we're all pumped here in the locker room, baby.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Keep them coming, and we'll pick a winner at the end of the show. Of course, at the top of the second hour, we're going to talk with 1980 Olympic champion, gold medal winner, Buzz Schneider. Now, I keep thinking, by the way, this is in my head. Do you ever, this is your first time here in 2 months, right?
Yes.
2.5 months. So I keep thinking about this song, Welcome Back. You ever see Welcome Back, Cotter? Here we go.
I don't think so.
The youth movement. Are you kidding me? You never saw
Welcome Back, Connor?
Cotter.
No.
You never see.
Is it a movie? Is it a show?
It was a sitcom on TV in the 80s, maybe late 70s. John Travolta played Vinnie Barbarino.
Oh, really?
Really?
You never heard the song? All right, we'll find a song. Welcome back.
Yeah, we'll play it on the way back.
I think I know the song. Welcome back, welcome back,
your dreams
welcome
of your
back.
tickets out.
Never heard.
Wow, this is a young
locker room youth movement.
A young John Travolta.
You guys are
1975.
So 1980 was a great year for the Philadelphia area sports fan, but it was also a great year for sports fans in general. America, there was a malaise over the country from like 77 to 1980, and there was a recession. The gas prices were through the roof. The United States was kind of like in a decline.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, here comes the 1980 Olympic hockey team. Out of nowhere. The Russians are all professional athletes against a bunch of kids that Herb Brooks took to the gold medal. And, we'll play, when Buzz comes on, we're going to play the Al Michaels with the call. Do you believe in miracles?
Yep.
Yes. And
Such a great call.
Yeah, man. And, the history, the historical part of this is I'm excited. My brother goes, well, that's a long time ago. No, if you're a youngster like my youth movement here, you stay tuned. It's a history lesson today.
It's the Miracle on Ice.
It's Miracle on Ice. They got a movie about it.
Yep, Kurt Russell. It's obviously way before my time.
That's right.
But it's just such an iconic moment in not even just sports, American history. I would say.
And then Ronald Reagan gets elected, and everything turned around. But that 1980 uplifted the whole country. The Afghanistan war was going on
when it needed it most, too.
Yeah, it was like perfect timing. And I'm doing this because Mike Ruzioni, who I follow him on X platform, he posted about it, and then I called him because it was like last minute. I had just seen him. Like, oh my God, it's been 45 years. I got to do something. I called him. He's on his way. He literally called me from the airport. He apologized. He was on his way to Florida. He says, "But give Kate a call." I guess the person handles the 1980 team. Call Buzz Schneider. So I'm looking forward to that today. And, of course, high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Malaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. We'll be with him at 11:30. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 offices in New Jersey and Philadelphia and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House, and I know the guys at the locker room, we love La Scala's. The food is phenomenal. It opened 2 summers ago already to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian-American and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
South Jersey Gas is your energy efficiency partner, helping you lower your utility bills and use less energy. Conserving energy and saving money has never been more important. However, sometimes it's hard to know where to start. That's where South Jersey Gas Conserve comes in. Conserve is an online resource with energy-saving incentives, easy tips for saving energy and money, and much more. Check out Conserve today and start saving at southjerseygas.com/conserve. Go Birds!
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-242-1551. That's 800-242-1551. 800-242-1551.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Kids, work, running errands, sitting in traffic. Life is busy. Shore Physicians Group wants you to take time for your health. Shore Physicians Group offers the highest level of quality, compassionate care close to home with convenient locations in Margate, Marmora, Mays Landing, Northfield, Ocean City, and Summers Point. Life is busy. Take time for your health. Visit shorephysiciansgroup.com and make your appointment today.
Shore Physicians Group. Be well connected.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
You guys never heard this song?
I've heard the song.
The youth movement.
I've heard the song. So I've never seen the show. I didn't know it was from a show.
You guys didn't know what Mr. Ed was.
Nope.
And now you don't know what. You never saw Welcome Back, Kotter.
Never seen Welcome Back, Kotter. You explained.
This one is,
the plot to me, but never seen it.
The reason why we're playing this song is because Leeds is back with us. We haven't seen him in 2.5 months.
Right.
Because of his superstition, he wouldn't come into the show.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles were on a run.
He was on. He was at the link.
To be fair,
field.
a lot of it I wasn't able to come in, but there were a couple times
That's
I
all
could
right.
have, and I was like, you know what?
That's right. You know what? The ends justify the means.
Maybe he was good luck this entire time because he was at the link. He was spreading the good vibes, the good luck. I'll go with that theory.
I was there for that entire playoff run. I was there 6 weeks in a row. We had games at the link. It was crazy because that's like unheard of.
All right, let's relive one play.
Here we go. Cooper DeJean, baby.
I love it. Mike Quick, man, that was great.
He made
Cooper
that
DeJean.
They both say it funny too. Merrill was Cooper DeJean touchdown.
That was such an epic play. I mean, I was at my cousin's house, and we just it was a small crowd. It was just his family, me, and one other friend, Bruce. We jumped out of our chairs. We were going nuts.
So,
dude, same thing at my place. Everybody jumped
Right?
up from the couch, started high-fiving and hugging.
I can't say the same. So I was actually not in the presence of a TV when the Cooper DeJean pick six happened. All of a sudden, I hear cheering.
You better have a good excuse.
I do. I was in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, I hear cheers. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just go back to the bathroom.
Leedsy, that's not a good excuse.
I said, I guess I'll just go back to the bathroom.
You got to hold it, dude.
Nah, man, it was life or death. It was emergency, baby.
You said you were out or you were at your friend's place?
I was at my cousin's place, and duty called, and I had to go to the bathroom.
I get it. I mean,
dude, that's a violation.
I make sure to time those during the commercial.
It was during the commercial, and then all of a sudden they come back, pick six. I'm like, oh.
It was pretty quick.
Leedsy, what kind of fan is he?
Yeah. Hey, man.
Come on, man. No way.
A fan making room for some more buffalo chicken dip. That's the kind of fan.
Hey, I made some mean buffalo chicken dip for that Super Bowl.
Right,
it's a party favorite.
609-403-0973. Leeds, hold up the shirt. We're on the X platform. And, Danny's got to get us off. There you go. And Leedsy's holding up. This is an official T-shirt. Explain it, Leedsy.
Yeah, so what I'm holding right in front of me is the official on-the-field Super Bowl champ shirt. This is exactly what the players wore on the field.
We're on the X platform and the YouTube channel.
Going to hold it up 1 second, so I'm going to stop talking.
I'll describe it. It's got the Super Bowl trophy. By the way, you guys know how much that Super Bowl trophy costs?
No clue.
Leeds?
It's
made at Tiffany's, right?
Yep. Yeah, I did know that.
$50,000.
Wow. I was going to shoot higher, but damn.
Yeah. All right, it has a picture of the Super Bowl trophy. It says Super Bowl champions, LIX, Philadelphia Eagles with the official patch. Super Bowl patch. Good job.
It's a nice dark gray color.
Nice job, Leedsy.
Thank you.
609-403-0973. What do you got, Danny?
We got who is this? Franklin in Petersburg. Here we go. I thought it was an unnamed texter at first. He said, give me Bond and Sweat. Rebuild the interior line in the draft. Then he said the second Super Bowl was sweeter than the first for him because he got to watch it with his kids.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
You can't replace those memories, so I
that's
totally
something
understand
you can't replace.
why. Brendan from Margate chimes in and says, 17 felt more special because we were underdogs. 24 was incredible, but we felt like the favorites. The Chiefs will not be in the Super Bowl for a long time. You can book it.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good. I like that one. 609-403-0973. We got 3 shirts. Please indicate which shirt you want.
Right.
We got it at double. We got an extra large and 2 larges. 609-403-0973.
And also, Brendan from Margate, if you can hear me right now, chime in with who you'd rather re-sign out of those 4 high-priority free agents of Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Mekhi Becton, and Josh Sweat. You have to pick 2. If you can only pick 2, who are you re-signing? The next one is from Leo in Delaware. He said, love, love, love it, talking about the show. The first Super Bowl win was magical. He didn't know if he would get one in his lifetime. The second win made him tear up. He said he would pick the first because it was just that. It was special for him. You can't replace it.
We said that. That was a Cinderella story. The quarterback gets hurt. I mean, Nicky Earnshaw wants Foles' number retired. He also wants Jalen Hurts' full,
I mean,
he wants
he's
Jalen Hurts'
on
number
full
retired.
disclosure.
He's on the path. He's on the path. I mean, and that's the great thing about this question is there is no wrong answer.
Right.
I mean, I battle back and forth every single day since Sunday of which one was more special because again, they're so different. And I will say,
but I will say this: he said that he teared up at the second one. I was the reverse. My emotions.
I would agree.
My emotions, at least I was welled up and borderline sobbing, not sobbing, but emotional, very emotional for the first win.
Right.
The second win, it was more of a chest pounding.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because the way the game played out is a huge factor,
Yeah.
and also that first one. I mean, like he kind of touched on, or one of the texters touched on. We didn't know we were going to get one in our lifetime.
Let me ask you this, Leeds.
Yeah.
So what scenario would you rather have? The first one or the second one where by halftime, like Danny says, we knew at halftime we were going to win the game.
Yeah.
Actually,
tough.
by the way, Danny,
It's tough.
nobody really, because of Mahomes.
Oh, hindsight
the
2020.
Mahomes factor still in the back of your head when it was 24-0.
Yeah, 100%. I was never sitting there comfortable until they threw the dagger to Devontae Smith. But up 24-0 at halftime, I felt pretty confident. It was just, is
but
Mahomes
in the back
gonna,
of your head, Leedsy, you're going.
Oh yeah.
Mahomes.
No, it wasn't
Everyone
until
was thinking.
it wasn't until 34-0 where I
Right.
truly was like, okay, I think it's over.
Yeah, I think everyone at halftime was thinking okay, I think we have it in the bag, but let's hope Mahomes and the Chiefs don't come out of halftime with some sort of juice because then we're screwed at that point. It could be like a Brady-like comeback.
And to answer your original question, Billy, it's tough about which I'd rather experience. I think because I'm a sicko, I would rather that close game, that intense. I want to be in that moment. I want to look back and be like, that was objectively one of the. I look back Super Bowl 52, objectively speaking, not even as an Eagles fan, that's one of the best Super Bowls ever played.
By the way, both times we were
unbiased.
we were both underdogs in both games.
Yeah, we were the underdog in the Chiefs game. Obviously, it looked silly after the game when we beat them by
How did Vegas
18.
get that wrong, man? Are the Eagles that dominant, Danny? Dominant defensively, offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, how could you say they're not? I definitely think the Chiefs' offensive line was a little banged up. They were playing hurt, especially their high-impact guys. But
we had a couple guys texting us in saying that Eagles team that won the Super Bowl, one of the top 5 best of all time teams.
You could make that case. I did see a poll on X or Twitter that somebody put a poll about if there was a gameplay between the 2017 Eagles and the 2024 Eagles, who would win? And do you know what the results of that poll was?
I would say 2025 or yeah.
Yeah, that won the poll, but not only did it win, it was 97%.
Really? Well, that's because it's
said
the
25.
hearing
It is recency bias for sure. But I will say this team is much more dominant than the 2017 team was.
I mean, it wasn't even a competition.
Yeah.
It was evident they were the more talented side of the ball.
How about I wrote on my article 973ESPN.com. Check it out every Friday. But this week I wrote look at Howie Roseman brings in Zach Bond, Mekhi Becton, drafts 2 rookies that are making an impact. Certainly,
not a small impact.
Not a small.
We're talking
a huge
elite.
impact.
Yeah.
We just played Cooper DeJean's play.
Yep.
I mean, he's hit the nail on the head 4 or 5 times in a row. I mean, even Burks, he played well.
Yeah.
The backup
A
role.
little diamond in the rough. I mean, Zach Bond, nobody thought
he brings Isaiah Rodgers in. He contributes.
He was a much-needed depth piece, especially after Slay was a little banged up throughout the year. I mean, you get C.J. Gardner-Johnson, a guy like that, kicked from a game, you move a guy from corner to safety, then Rodgers steps in at corner. Like, all the moves that he made that were under the radar seem to pay
how
off.
about the offensive line? Steen, if we do lose Mekhi Becton, you got Steen to plug in.
Yeah, and he'll probably acquire another guy in the offseason, take a chance on a guy. By the way,
I want it, guys, I hate to say this, I want Becton to stay, man.
I do too.
You know why? You know, emotionally, sentimental. He's my sentimental guy because he looks like he loves being here.
Well, do you know how much of a privilege it is, one, to be able to play for an organization like the Eagles, but two, for the Eagles to have a left guard, or he's our right guard, right?
Yeah, right guard.
At 6'7", a 6'7" right guard is absurd.
It's unheard of.
I mean, his size at guard is incredible, and the fact he's able to play it so well.
How old's Becton? He's what, 28?
I would assume 27.
Around that. I'm checking
27?
it out.
Check that out because I don't want to let him go. And only because he's so good, but he looks like I think he's going to take less to stay. I really believe he's going to he's going to tell
this.
he's going to instruct God what?
Mekhi Becton, 25
No
years
way!
old.
When's his birthday?
April 18th,
So he'll be
1999.
26 in
You
April.
can't let him
he'll
go.
be 26.
You can't let him go.
As long as he stays underweight and he's maintaining his conditioning, I don't see why you don't resign him.
He's going to instruct his agent to work it out deal. I want to be in Philly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either. I think he takes less money if they give him a few extra years of security, to be honest with you.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Danny, what are the two questions we're giving away? We got 3 Eagles T-shirts, Super Bowl T-shirts, champion T-shirts, officially licensed T-shirt.
On-field tees from your Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, baby.
Let's go.
You can't believe I'm saying that. All right. First question, what does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship mean to you? Is it as sweet as the first one was, and why or why not? The second one is, if you could only pick 2 of these 4 high-priority Eagles free agents, who would you want them to re-sign? Can only pick 2 of Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and Mekhi Becton. And while I'm at it, I do want to finish Leo from Delaware's text real quick. After he said he would pick the first because it was just so euphoric, he went on to say he would keep Bond without a doubt. When is the last time we had a linebacker that made this much of a difference? Trotter Sr.? He said, I would also keep Becton. He said Becton. And he said we need to keep this O-line together, run it back, as they say. Love the show, Leo from Delaware.
All right, Leo. He's got a good one. 609-403-0973. I don't want to get rid of Becton, man. I want to keep him.
The only thing with Becton is that I could see the argument is that Jeff Stoutland is so phenomenal that we could probably, like you said, plug in Steen, and it might not even make a difference just because of how good he is.
But here's the thing: he's 25, 26 for all intents and purposes. He's 26. He won a Super Bowl, so it might be an emotional. Or should just like more business and let him go.
I want him back too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if it comes out, we prioritize Milton Williams over him. I would be sad, but I'd be okay with it because the football reasons. I do think they'd be able to plug in somebody else.
Danny, that offensive line is not only was the tallest, it was the heaviest.
Yeah, and I agree with Andrew more so. I think when you have an offensive line coach like Jeff Stoutland, he can bring pretty much any guy in there he wants as long as they have some sort of size and mobility and turn them into, at this point, is it crazy to say Pro Bowl, All-Pro guard? It's insane what he's able to do with every guy that comes onto his line. So I'm not too worried about that. Steen filled in very nicely when a guy like Becton or Dickerson was hurt. But it seems like the early runaway, Billy, is Bond and Becton. I mean, the fans want to keep Bond and Becton. Yeah, Brendan from Margate chimes back in after I said, send over the players you would re-sign, just the 2. And he said Bond stepped up all the way from game 1 in Brazil, filled a much-needed gap we had at linebacker. And they said Becton as well. Monster, absolute monster. Own linemen are hard to come by, especially at his size and talent level. Yeah. Defensive linemen come and go, especially if we get
Leeds,
Myles Garrett.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
How about that? But these games are won up front.
I hear you.
Saquon Barkley, and even Jalen Hurts, when it was a designed run, they were 2-3 yards down the field before they were even getting touched.
Yeah. If I will say my answer to answer this question, it would also be Bond and Becton. Don't get me wrong. Milton Williams is a very close third.
Can we play that A.J. Brown real quick?
I'll get it for you real quick.
Before we get out, because the plays just kept coming. And not only that, that game was so aesthetically pleasing. Hurts hit everybody in stride. You can't complain about anything. He didn't miss anybody.
Yeah, the only throw he missed was that one to AJ before this touchdown where we saw AJ on the sideline going back for Sirianni. Made sure to hit him perfectly this time.
Everybody got a touch. Everybody was involved. I'm looking at the stats right here. Receiving: Smith, Brown, Dotson, Barkley, Goddard, Johnny Wilson. Even though he didn't have a catch, but he had 1 target. Everybody was involved.
Yeah, I mean, it really was just a complete team effort, both offensively and defensively.
By the way, just to test your knowledge or see how much you're paying attention, Saquon Barkley had an unbelievable season this year. Had an unbelievable playoff run. Set the record for yardage, total playoff
playoff and regular
season and playoffs combined. But you know what his stat line was on Sunday? Super Bowl Sunday?
I know he had what? Hold on. Rushing? I'll let Danny go first.
You know how many yards he had?
Rushing?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 49.
Let me take a guess.
No. 55. Go.
I was going to say 57.
Right on. 57. He had 25 attempts. His average was 2.3.
Yeah.
So they loaded up in the box. We just had to move the pass.
That was their entire game plan. They sold out completely on the run, which I get it. It's Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
He's a freak of nature. But when you got a guy like Jalen, number one out there, throwing that ball, make him a quarterback, they say. Well, he played quarterback there. He's Super Bowl MVP.
So I've been very critical, as you guys know, of Jalen Hurts for the last couple of years. I'm not now. He's made me a believer. He's a winner. I've always said that.
Mm-hmm.
He wins. He's very frustrating. Donovan. We had Coy Detmer on yesterday. Talked about how Donovan McNabb was criticized and mischaracterized, and a lot of people were not happy with him. I was one of them. He put through balls behind people over their heads, but he was such a great athlete, and he was such a
dynamic player.
Yeah, Coy said he was a great leader. I mean, he had his problems with T.O.
and Freddie.
And Freddie Mitchell hates him,
Yeah, Freddie Mitchell's got to let it go, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we had him on. We had Freddie on, right?
Yeah, had him on not that long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
That video's up on YouTube along with
Both
the
of
other
them
interviews.
do, T.O. and Freddie. But that's a conversation for another day. I mean, at the end of the day, he's doing what the team is asking of him. He's making the short throws, but they're impactful. He's not.
He kept the ball out of the middle. He really did. Very rarely went down the middle of the field.
Think about it. Between what was it, the Browns game, and then all the way until the Super Bowl, the dude had one interception. I mean, he started bad, don't get me wrong, after that whole, interceptionless streak in training camp, but he really cleaned it up in a big way.
609-403-0973 is the text where we're giving away 3 shirts. Please include what size shirt you want. We have an extra large and 2 larges left. 609-403-0973. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 offices in either New Jersey or PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Bash. Join me for a special happy hour Friday show. Romanelli's Garden Cafe in Galloway is now 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar. The countdown to their grand opening is on. Join me for Happy Hour Friday on February 21st for a huge celebration featuring live entertainment, signature cocktails, chef-inspired bites, and exclusive specials. Get ready for an unforgettable experience of bold flavors and great company. See you Friday, February 21st for Happy Hour Friday from 2 to 6 at 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar. Stop out to enter to win a pair of tickets to see The Weeknd live at Lincoln Financial Field this July. It's the Sports Bash with me, Mike Gill, live at the new 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar, 279 South New York Road in Galloway.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby, right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
At NJM Insurance, we're like a symphony. It all starts by doing the right thing. Add in dedicated reps and put policyholders first. But no jingles or mascots because it's just not us. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Go get your game on at the Gallery Bar, Book, and Games at Ocean Casino Resort. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery, go to Fanatic Sportsbook, and go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim. My Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds is back with us. We're giving away 3 T-shirts. We got 1 extra large, 2 larges, official Super Bowl T-shirts, the one they wore on the field, courtesy of the intern here and the Locker Room. 609-403-0973. What's the question, Danny?
We have 2 questions on the slate for today. First one is, what did the second Super Bowl championship in Eagles history mean to you? And was it as sweet as the first one? Why or why not? Second question is, if you were to sign just 2, only 2, of the 4 high-priority Eagles free agents this offseason, who are you re-signing? Milton Williams, Zach Bond, Josh Sweat, or Mekhi Becton?
609-403-0973. Now, on the other side, I'm excited about this because this is part of my youth. I'll never forget it. The 1980 gold medal team won the gold medal in 1980 against the Russians. They beat them in the semifinal.
Yeah.
I think they beat Sweden or Finland for the gold. But they
Nobody
won the
cares
gold
as
medal
much, yeah.
45 years ago.
Yeah.
1980.
The Miracle on Ice.
Miracle on Ice. We're going to talk with Buzz Schneider, left winger. On the other side, at the bottom of the second hour, we'll have our high school athletes in the spotlight. Now, look, guys, I brought a doily back, like one of those cocktail napkins with the
Nice.
with the Super Bowl
very nice
insignia there. You like that?
That's
I'm
it.
going to leave it here for Josh. I'll put it right on the table. I'll bring a little souvenir.
He'll appreciate that.
Mike Gill invited us down. Me and Nikki Earnshaw and I were down there. Want to thank Mike Gill. That was a blast. All right, hour number 1 is in the books. Hour 2, Buzz Schneider for the 1980 gold medal team. And high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Malaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim right here, 97.3 ESPN.
Romanelli's Garden Cafe in Galloway is now 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar. The countdown to their grand opening on February 21st is on. Join them for a huge celebration featuring live entertainment, signature cocktails, chef-inspired bites, and exclusive specials. Plus, enter to win a $100 dining experience at 279social.com. Get ready for an unforgettable experience of bold flavors and great company. See you soon at 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar.
Hi, I'm Paul. Welcome to Circle. It's Circle Hyundai's President's Day sale all month long.
Lease or finance this 2025 Santa Fe all-wheel drive SEL for only $47 down.
Wow, only $47 down with approved Tier 1 credit.
You can even get a 2025 Hyundai Tucson, Hyundai Kona, and even the Hyundai Palisade for just $47 down.
All new Circle Hyundais are backed by America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Assurance.
Check us out at CircleHyundai.com
CircleHyndai.com or stop by. We are located in Shrewsbury off of exit 109 on the Garden State Parkway.
Don't miss Circle Hyundai's President's Day sale all month long, where you can lease or finance a 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, Hyundai Tucson, Hyundai Kona, or Hyundai Palisade for just $47 down. Circle Hyundai, family owned and operated.
Don't forget, $47 down.
Circle Hyundai, making our mark, giving everyone a square deal.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
There's a place where you can come as you are, see how it's made, and why we make it. You'll explore roads less traveled, steal a few moments, and slow down the clock. Then just kick back and stay a while. It's time to get away close to home in South Jersey. Head to visitsouthjersey.com to plan your trip today. We'll see you down the road.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Kids, work, running errands, sitting in traffic. Life is busy. Shore Physicians Group wants you to take time for your health. Shore Physicians Group offers the highest level of quality, compassionate care close to home, with convenient locations in Margate, Marmora, Mays Landing, Northfield, Ocean City, and Summers Point. Life is busy. Take time for your health. Visit shorephysiciansgroup.com and make your appointment today.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Fran Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
We're back broadcasting live in the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds is with us. Of course, we're basking in the glow of our Super Bowl win. We're giving away Eagles t-shirts, official Eagles t-shirts. We want to hold one up for our people that are watching on X platform or the YouTube channel. Leeds, he's holding up. It's got the trophy on there, Tiffany Trophy, Super Bowl champions with the Super Bowl LIX Philadelphia Eagles with the official sticker. It's an official t-shirt. 609-403-0973 is the text board. And we're going to take your what's the question, Dan, real quick for the listeners?
Yeah, 2 questions. First one is, what did the second Eagles Super Bowl championship in their history mean to you? Was it as sweet as the first one? Why or why not? Second question, if you could only re-sign 2 of the Eagles' 4 high-priority free agents, the ones that mean the most to the team, which 2 are you signing? Out of Milton Williams, Zach Bond, Josh Sweat, and Mekhi Becton, and why?
All right, now I explained to you knuckleheads, you young guys. You didn't even know the Welcome Back Kotter song. But in 1980, it was a great time to be a sports fan in Philadelphia because all 4 of our teams went to their respective championships. The Phillies were the only one to win the World Series. But 1980, leading up to the 70s, was like a really depressing time. There was a gas shortage. The country was in a malaise, right? Inflation was through the roof, and all of a sudden, here comes the Olympic hockey team comes out of nowhere, plays against a bunch of professionals from Russia, right? They were dominating. They didn't beat these guys once. They come back and win the gold. It started this week, and I saw Mike Eruzione, who I've had on my show twice before.
Yeah.
I texted him right away. I said, "Oh my God, I got to do something." So he said, "Well, call Kate and we'll hook you up with somebody." And I got a great player on the team. So let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in 1980 gold medal winner from the United States hockey team, Buzz Schneider. Good morning, Buzz.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Buzz, man, I got to tell you, I'm looking at your roster right now. Jim Craig, Christian, Morrow, Jack O'Callahan, Ramsey, Sutter, Neil Broughton, Kristoff, Eruzione, Harrington, Mark Johnson, McClanahan, Mahavlish, Snyder, Silk. You guys had Rakota, Wells. I mean, Herb Brooks was the coach. That team was loaded.
Yeah, a lot better team than a lot of people gave us credit for. But we kind of knew it, but the rest of the country didn't. I don't think international hockey knew it as well. But we were a damn good team.
Hey, Buzz, was that true? Was that you? Who was in the movie The Miracle? Because they made a movie about you guys. Who was Herb Brooks challenged his manhood? He had a bad bruise or something. He said the leg's a long way from the heart. Did that really happen?
That was true. That was Rob McClanahan.
Oh, Rob McClanahan. I thought that was you.
No, that wasn't me. No, that wasn't me. I played for Herbie too long. I knew not to do nothing like that. But I'll tell you about the movie, Miracle. My son actually played me in the movie. The part I didn't like about it is he made more money than I did.
It's messed up.
We're talking with Buzz Schneider, 1980 gold medals. I told these young guys, Buzz, 1980 was a great time to be a Philly fan, man. All 4 of our teams were in their respective championships, and then here come you guys. And like you remember what the country was like. I talked to Mike before. We've had Mike Eruzione on a couple times, and he said you guys really didn't you guys were into hockey. You really that outside noise and all that stuff. You guys really didn't pay attention to that, did you?
No, but I'll tell you, guys got a good sports town out there. I'll tell you that. You guys are lucky. No, we didn't. We played a Herb system. You know, he took the best of the European play and mixed it with the North American style, and he knew what he was doing. So it was all his idea. We had a great leader, but we just followed through what he wanted us to do.
Buzz, you guys, you didn't beat the Russians. Like you had faced them before prior games. Not only did I think they smoked you guys at Madison Square Garden. You guys, you guys was like it was like David and Goliath.
Yeah, it was. Maybe we set them up. I don't know, but they play. But they play so methodical. I played against them about 12 times in World Championships and prior Olympics, and they play like a machine. I mean, if you have a bad night, they can blow you up 15-1 or 10-1, and that's what they kind of did to us at Madison Square Garden. But we caught them at the right time. You know, they were right to be upset. Herbie kept planting that seed in our head right when this tournament really started. The Russians, you know, they're lethargic. They're not changing as quick. So he put that carrot out there for us to chase.
So, Steve, Buzz, this is 45 years later. This week was the week. Actually, I think today was the day you beat. You won 5-1 today, 45 years ago, and this is the week that led up to the gold medal game.
Correct. Yeah, I think it was we were in the. I think there were 2 divisions, the red and the blue. I think we were in the blue division, and we ended up, tying Sweden, our division, and they cross bracketed each other. One place a second one, and vice versa. So yeah, it was a good week. You know, when we first started playing, we thought the Swedes were probably the second best team in the world. Russians first, and the Czechs and stuff. But once we tied the Swedes and we ended up beating the Czechs, we knew we were on a roll.
We're talking with Buzz Schneider. He won the gold medal with the 1980 Olympic ice hockey team. I'll tell you what, you guys. Well, I'll tell you, I just think about the call. We're going to play the call with Al Michaels, and I know you heard it a million times, but I can't get enough of it. I was a senior in high school, and what you guys, you guys realize what you did for the country? I mean, the amount of weight that was placed on your shoulders. Do you guys have any idea when you were going through it?
Not a clue. Not a clue. We were
bunch
we were
of young
just
kids just playing hockey.
That's right. We had the opportunity to play the best teams in the world, and we certainly that's what we intended going out to do. But we never realized the recognition that we got. Then we started getting telegrams, and after the Olympics we won, we went down to Washington D.C. To the Capitol. And these people are yelling at you on the sides of the streets by your first name. You're going, "What the heck is going on?"
Hey, well, we're gonna go ahead and listen to this. We're gonna play the call from Al Michaels.
This is the entire final minute of Miracle on Ice.
Okay.
All right, would you listen to that crowd, Buzz? That wasn't even, that building only held like 16,000, right?
Oh, I think it's about 10, but it
10,000,
seemed like
yeah.
20. It was a lot. Oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah, the noise. Yeah.
Buzz, I got to tell you, man, I just got chills. I'm all welled up. You guys, what you did for our country was unbelievable.
No, thanks. I'm glad we could have been a part of it. And the older I get, well, you were lucky enough to be alive to probably watch it and stuff. But you know what's interesting, and I know I talked to Mike about this, and we run into some of these older people, and they come up to you, and they actually start crying. It was so emotional for them at that time.
I'm right there, Buzz. I'm like right on the edge right now. I got to tell you.
And I go, God, it's overwhelming. It's very humbling as well.
Hey, Buzz, here's another thing, too. It's been 45 years, and you've had a couple teammates or head coaches passed on. You get up there, it's kind of like I couldn't let this day go by without having somebody on from the Olympic team because that's how much it meant to me.
Yeah, well, thanks for having. I'm glad I had the opportunity to participate with you. It's a great honor. Thanks.
Hey, Buzz, tell us real quick. What's one thing that you remember? What's one highlight for you that sticks out in your mind from that team? Could be anything, practices, whatever.
Okay, you know what? It sticks out. We were a team. When everybody was 1/19th of a team, and we all contributed. You do what you have to do to win, and we still get along to this day. Great bunch of guys. You do anything for them, and when you're in a foxhole, I know a bunch of guys I want with me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, we had a great coach here. The coach for the Philadelphia Flyers. His name was Fred Shiro. And I always refer back to this. You know what he said to the team when they were going out to win their first Stanley Cup? Win tonight, walk together forever.
Yep, that's good
and
saying.
It's true. It's true, right?
Yep. That's probably our team as well.
Yeah.
Smart coach.
Buzz,
you guys are lucky.
Buzz, it was wonderful to talk to you today.
Thank you.
You left an indelible memory in my heart, in my mind that I'll never forget. And thanks for the memories.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me.
Right,
and good luck to you guys out there in Philly.
All right, thank you, Buzz, and we'll do it again. There's Buzz Schneider on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I'm like pumped.
Yeah, it's special, man.
We're still off the air listening to the call, and you're like, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills.
Like you guys, you guys weren't alive, and
it was dark times. It was dark times.
I can't even equate like an event that even matches that.
It was the entire story of it. What the U.S.
It wasn't just because it wasn't like the Eagles or the Phillies.
Right.
It was America.
It was the country.
It was the United States.
And with what the country was going through, and really the odds stacked against this team, like you didn't expect them to win gold. Eventually, once they started winning games, you're like, okay, maybe they got a chance here. But going into the Olympics, you didn't expect them to win gold, and they come out and they win it for the United States after all they went through. It's just the combination of all the emotions.
Look, I said Jim Craig was the goalie. I shut my eyes and I see him with the flag draped around his shoulders, on the ice. Guys were so ecstatic. They were gloves, sticks, everything was up in the air. They were hugging and crying and kissing and just the whole atmosphere. is something I'll never forget.
Yeah, I can't imagine how euphoric it must have felt.
Euphoric is the right word.
Being a big hockey fan like yourself, too. And by the way, you mentioned this off the air. I know we got to hit a break. Did not sound like Al Michaels at all. The Al Michaels we've come to know.
Young.
But at the end, it did.
Yeah, at the end, when you kind of heard his voice a little bit, but it was also the quality of the mic at the time, too. It didn't sound too much like him.
You believe in miracles?
Yeah.
Yes! I mean,
can't mistake that call.
Unbelievable. All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. We're asking a couple of questions. We got great T-shirts. We have 3 T-shirts to give away. 2 larges, 1 extra large. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Danny, what's the question?
Both questions, 2 today. The first one is, what did the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship in their team's history mean to you? Was it as sweet as the first one, and why or why not? The second question is, which 2 of these 4 high-priority free agents the Eagles have this offseason would you want to re-sign if you can only re-sign 2? Of those 4 being Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Zach Bond, and Mekhi Becton.
609-403-0973. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second half of the locker room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. The Circle Liquor Store, they deliver. Hey, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates. 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First in Maine, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop.
Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, back with us after a 2-month hiatus because of his superstition. He wouldn't let us come into the show, Danny, because he was superstitious.
It's fine. We got a chip out of it. We got a
Yeah,
Lombardi
that's all that
trophy.
matters.
They're sizing the rings. That's all I care about.
It works. It works.
It works. So we're giving away 3 Super Bowl T-shirts. Hold it up to the camera there. We're on the X platform and YouTube at Locker Room 973. It's a Super Bowl T-shirt. It's got the trophy. The Tiffany. That trophy's made at Tiffany's. $50,000 trophy. It says Super Bowl champions. Eagles with the emblem, the bird, Lynx, Lix, the Super Bowl number, and it's an official. It's got the insignia. It's official right there, Leedsy.
Yes, sir. This is the official on-the-field shirt that the players wore after the game.
So please include the size because we have 2 larges and 1 extra large. 609-403-0973 is the text board. And Danny, what's the question?
Yeah, we go back to the text board, and the question is,
Questions.
the questions, yes, plural. What did the second Super Bowl in Eagles franchise history mean to you? And, a bit of a two-parter. Was it as sweet as the first one? Why or why not? The second question is, out of the 4 high-priority free agents the Eagles have on the open market this offseason, if you could only sign 2 of them, who are you bringing back of Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Mekhi Becton, and Josh Sweat?
So would you say the conventional wisdom is everybody wants Becton back, right?
I've seen a lot of Bond. Bond's
and Becton.
always included, but I'm getting a few Josh Sweats.
Really?
But early on, it was Bond and Becton.
Read a couple off then, Danny.
So Shaner and EHT did go the Zach Bond and Josh Sweat route. His full text says, the first win was one of the best games in any sport, and it was so amazing. Nothing like the first time. Second one was pure joy the whole game. Bragging, high-fiving, smiling, joking, laughing, unbridled joy. He said, I can't pick. So he's not giving an answer for the first question.
Yeah, but I like that
which
answer.
I kind of like. It's,
I mean,
it's your 2 childs, your 2 kids. You're not going to pick one as your favorite,
Yeah, I can't say one was better than the other.
Yeah.
One was more. No, I can't even say one was more
you can
satisfying.
Say, you could say one was a better game. The first one was a much
Yeah.
better game as far as nail-biter. They won it at the end.
I think
like
I like a
objectively.
blowout. I like an aesthetically pleasing game. We blew them out.
But if you're talking game quality, I mean, it was
Like as
40
a
to 6
non-Eagles
at one
fan, just
point.
the general
Yeah.
NFL fan. Super Bowl 52 is one of the best games ever played.
Even
back and forth.
Even
high
Super Bowl
scoring.
57 was amazing between the Eagles and Chiefs. But as far as the competitiveness of the game, he goes on to say, keep Zach and Sweaty. We never prioritized the linebacker spot, and with all the youth around him on low contracts, not due to be paid for 2 to 3 seasons, it's the perfect time to pay him. And then Sweaty could have easily been Super Bowl MVP, just his 2 cents. Shaner and EHT.
609-403-0973 is the text board.
We now move on
Put
real
your
quick.
name and your shirt size.
Name and shirt size, that's right. Mike Green chimes in and says that he would re-sign Bond and Sweat, so another Bond and Sweat
Bond and
vote.
Sweat.
So it was an early runaway with Bond and Becton, but Bond and
Wow,
Sweat is making a
Sweat.
comeback. And then he said the home championship number 2 means more to him, that a great organization knows how to rebuild and retool without misaligning the culture of the team.
Correct.
It's a good
Pretty
point.
good point.
By the way, do you think if Washington doesn't beat the Detroit Lions, we go to Detroit? Remember, we had 3 home games only because Washington upset Detroit.
Yeah.
Do you think we have the same outcomes? I think this team. Look, I think
Yeah.
this team was the best team in the league by far and away.
And don't get me wrong, he's talented, and that offense, they played well above their skis this year, but if Jaden Daniels can cook up that defense, I think Jalen Hurts and this offense could cook up that
And to
defense.
be fair, Detroit had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, so many
100%.
injuries.
Hutchinson was out. He's like their best defensive player.
Their offensive line was injury riddled. Like it wasn't pretty for them towards the end of the season. But I still think it's belt to ass for the Lions. I do.
Yeah, it's an interesting hypothetical.
Hey, by the way,
BTA.
you know what we played yesterday? I don't know if you can find it. The Cooper DeJean song.
Oh, I could find it. I'll pull it up.
I mean, the real one. The one that was made when he was with Iowa.
I'll sing it for you.
No, please don't. Find out. We'll play that.
What are you trying to say there, Bill?
609-403-0973. Well, the Locker Room Youth Movement. You guys, you didn't know who Mr. Ed was. You didn't know who Welcome Back Cotter is.
I've got a sweet singing voice, though, all right? Listen to these pipes. All right, Pat from Maurice River says, just tuning in, however, so proud of the complete domination on both sides of the ball. Load the box, good luck. Go Birds, love Hurts. And then chimes in and answers our questions saying, personally, this championship is sweeter. Last Super Bowl felt like a fluke. This year we were counted out. Hurts couldn't do it, narrative, etc. AJ Diva, Saquon couldn't get us over the hump. They all got us there. Hurts outplayed Mahomes again. And then he said, personally, I would keep Zach Bond no-brainer because of the pure raw talent and leadership at linebacker. The other signing he would do is keeping Becton. He loves Sweat and Williams. However, the O-line needs to stay unstoppable.
Another Becton leads you.
Yeah, I hear it, man. I hear it for sure.
609-403-0973. I talked about aesthetically pleasing. That game to me, like okay, when we upset the Patriots, beat Tom Brady. That would be like a David Goliath story, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because we backup quarterback, dog mentality, right?
Yeah. I will say, like, the first championship to that point, I forget who the texter was already because I'm an idiot. I'll find it. But Pat from Maurice River. He, because kind of saying the first one felt like a fluke. I agree. You know how many rentals there were on that team? Like, when we won that, we won it barely. If it wasn't for the strip sack by BG, you don't win that game. And it was like, okay, going to the next season, I feel confident.
Even with the strip sack, they still threw the Hail Mary at the end of the game.
Right, and almost won it. So I still felt confident going into the next season that the Eagles could compete in the playoffs, but it was never like, oh, yeah, this team's going to at least be in the NFC Championship game. It was like, all right, we'll see who they re-sign. Let's see what other additions they make. With this team, this championship, it feels like if they can re-sign one or two of these pieces that are free agents this offseason, this is going to be a thing to come for years. I mean, it's going to become the norm, here in Philadelphia for the Eagles. At least it feels that way.
609-403-0973. We got 3 great T-shirts to give away. Officially licensed NFL T-shirts.
On field.
Yep, Super Bowl champions on-field T-shirts. A nice dark gray.
Good job, Leedsy.
Of course, I got to hook us up working at the pro shop. I see these shirts every single day.
He texted me. He said, hey, Schweiner, I'm here. You want anything in the pro shop? We get his discount. I said, sure, man. Give me some shirts.
Why not?
Hook our listeners up.
Yeah, and then listeners are chiming in. They're texting into the text board.
Listen, we are reveling we're basking in the glow of this Super Bowl victory. We're going to keep it going, man.
We're keeping it going until September.
We can't talk about the Sixers. The Flyers stink.
Phillies are running it back.
Phillies are the preseason starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying, though, there's really, you look at all the other teams in the city, it's not pretty right now. The Phillies are your best option, and they're a great regular season team, but you kind of know what's going to happen if they face the Dodgers in the postseason. Regardless, though, we don't got to dampen the parade.
Yeah. But you know what I did just remember thinking about all this? Remember when Nicky Earnshaw said that the Sixers would be the next team to win a championship?
So you know what? When I interviewed Amy Fadul from NBC Sports.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, this guy, I said, what team would be the next team to win the championship? And I said, see that guy holding the camera? He said the Sixers. She started laughing.
She covers the Sixers.
She covers the Sixers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not pretty right now over there.
609-403-0973. Keep them coming.
Real quick, going back to the text board, Chris from the Villas chimes in and says, Bond and Becton, O-line is very important, and without Bond, no Super Bowl this year. I agree. See, me and Andrew agree that the O-line is very important, but the amount of times that Jeff Stoutland's been able to just recycle these players, find a guy who maybe is counted out like a Becton, bring him in and make him talented again.
But Becton's only 25 years old. For all intents and purposes, he's 26. He's dominant. It's not like he was just... and I know Stoutland's a genius.
Yeah. But you rarely get that size at that age.
Yeah.
You saw emotionally he belongs here.
So, Becton... Bond and Becton are probably my two I'd go with, but again, Milton. The reason Josh Sweat is on the out for me, and I think it's his time to leave, is that I just think he commands so much more money than Milton Williams. That's good. We can't bring Josh Sweat back and then also pay Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith.
Jalen Hunt can fill that position.
Exactly.
How about Huff? Is he going to be back?
I would not be surprised if they just cut bait and say, take your money.
They'll have to pay his whole salary. Right?
Yeah, they did it with Wentz, essentially.
That Wentz was a
they paid majority of his salary to get him out of there. I honestly, I can't.
Maybe he just needed the year to heal.
Maybe.
He didn't play that much.
I think he'll be fighting for a job in training camp. You can't just give him a job. But to finish Chris's text, he said, kind of saying that he can't pick which Super Bowl is his favorite. He said, the more Super Bowls, the better. Like Brady said, which one is the best? It's always the next one. But to go 10 years listening to Cowboys and Giants fans saying we have 0 rings to now having 2 rings is absolutely euphoric. Go Birds.
Yeah, I like that
Yes,
one.
sir.
Because you know what? How about those stinking Cowboy fans?
Oh,
We always
ridiculous.
used to hear, we got 5 rings and this and that.
Yeah.
But guess what? On Gots. Because now we have 2.
Yep. Can't beat it.
And ours aren't 30 years old.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, I'm a history teacher. Those guys are, that's talking about history.
Yeah. We're talking about
Long
ancient
time.
artifacts over there.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. They deliver. Hey, La Scala's Beach House. Now, you hear me talk about La Scala's all the time. The food is phenomenal. It's delicious. The ambiance is even better. You sit there, you're at the bar, they got big screen TVs. The food's good. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, it's time for our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Malaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, right here, 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we begin to turn the page to the Eagles offseason. We'll ask all the Eagles' key offseason questions. Plus, we'll look back at the first half of the Sixers season, get you ready for the Phillies' stories of spring training. All that and more Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-242-1551. That's 800-242-1551. 800-242-1551.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Rise and shine, Valentine. All month long, you be the commander-in-chief. The savings are presidential. You just sign and drive at Matt Platt Mitsubishi with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, or 0% for 60 months on all remaining 24 Outlander sports in stock. But they won't last. Get yours before they're gone. brand new Outlander PHEV. 0 security deposits and just $399 per month lease. Yep, just sign and drive it home. Maybe you're a first-time buyer or you've been turned down for a loan. Matt Platt Mitsubishi wants to finance your future, not your past. Bring in any trade, even if you're stuck in a current loan or lease. AJ the Trade Man wants to get you released and into a brand new 24 Outlander SUV, $29.99 with 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days.
Simply, Matt Mitsubishi.
Rate qualifications exist with approved credit. 1666 per 1,000 finance on in-stock 2024 Outlander Sports. Not all will qualify. Go to mattplattmitsubishi.com for complete details or call 844-946-2315. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes. Expires 3/4/25. Matt Platt Mitsubishi in the heart of Glassboro for 30 years.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
I'll be watching you, baby. Is that great or what, man? Touchdown, Devontae
So
Smith.
legendary.
Did you see the mic'd up of that play kind of
No,
happening?
I missed it.
Oh, it was so good.
He changed the play at the line of scrimmage, Hurst did, right?
Oh, I didn't see that. So,
yeah, it was an audible, wasn't
oh,
it?
was it?
I don't think so, actually.
No, the mic'd up that I saw, it was Sirianni talking to Kellen.
Oh, that's the one. That's right.
And Kellen was like, "It's over if we do it here." And then Sirianni thinks about it. He goes, "Just call it."
That's right.
And then they called the dagger shot, and it worked, baby.
My bad. 609-403-0973 is the text where we got a few more minutes left in this segment before we bring up Fran Malaughlin with the high school athletes in the spotlight. 609-403-0973. Leeds holding the shirt up. If you're watching on the X platform or the YouTube channel, it's a official Super Bowl T-shirt with the trophy, the Super Bowl 59 logo. It's an official jersey. 609-403-0973. What's the question, Danny?
With 2 questions. Official T-shirt, by the way, not jersey. I wish.
I said, T-shirt. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Just
all excited.
Didn't want to get our listeners out there too excited. So we got 2 questions today. First one is, what does the Eagles' second Super Bowl championship in franchise history mean to you? 2-parter, though. Is it as sweet as the first one? Why or why not?
Put your name and your shirt size.
Your name, where you're from, your shirt size. Make sure to explain your answer. Don't just say the answer and move on. We want somebody who's going to be creative, put effort in.
All right, full disclosure, we only have 2 larges and 1 extra large.
Yes.
Yep.
So you got to pick between that, unfortunately. Second question is, if you were to have picked 2 of the Eagles' 4 high-priority free agents this offseason, which 2 are you picking between Milton Williams, Mekhi Becton, Josh Sweat, and Zach Bond? If you could only sign 2, who are you signing?
All right, we'll pick the winner in the next segment. All right, now we move we do the high school athletes in the spotlight. And since football is over, I had to redo the schedule on who's going to call in on what day. We'll keep Mr. Negadelphia on Saturdays. We moved the high school athletes in the spotlight to the last day of the week, Sunday.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
One of our favorite newer segments on the
that's right.
on the show.
Now it's time for high school athletes in the spotlight, sponsored by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Each week, Fran Malaughlin, owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, will highlight a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Fran Malaughlin. Good morning, Fran.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Hey, Fran, how old were you in 1980?
What was I? I was 12. I think I was telling you the other day. First, I love that segment with Buzz Schneider.
Wasn't that great? I was like, I got emotional. I was all welled up.
I can remember exactly where I was. I was in a layup line wearing my Lady Good Counsel Catholic school basketball uniform, getting ready for a game at like 5:30 on a Friday night when I heard that I come over there. It seems like you have a lot of remembrances of that tourney like I did at Olympics. There's a couple things that stand out other than the fact that they won and they go on to beat Finland to win the gold. You remember the hideous-looking velour blue tracksuits that come rolling out?
Yeah. They look like your couch or something, right? Velour or whatever.
Yeah, pretty funny. And then early on in that tournament, their first game, they scored a goal late, I think, to tie Sweden to kind of get things rolling a little bit. Remember who the goalie was for Sweden?
Who? Oh, Pelle Lindbergh.
Pelle Lindbergh, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So,
I got to tell you, man, like I told these young guys, these young cats in my locker room here, they weren't alive when that happened. The malaise in the country, late 70s, 76, 77, 78, 79, there was a recession. There was like the Iran hostage crisis. The fuel prices were through the roof, and along comes this 1980 amateur hockey team, beats the pros. Basically, they're all pros in Russia.
Yeah, that was amazing, especially consider how bad they got beaten by Russia in the couple games or a couple weeks before that. I think they played them a couple times, so it was amazing.
All right, so the high school sports now, we got a lot of stuff going on. What you got for this week?
Oh, yeah, I swear, it was just yesterday you were asking me, hey, what sports we got going on in the winter? And now we're kind of wrapping everything up, either in playoff mode, state championship mode. Basketball locally, the Cape Atlantic League tournaments down to its final four. On the girls' side, they're set with top seed Wildwood Catholic, number 2 Middle Township, Our Lady of Mercy, and Holy Spirit moves on with a win in the rubber match with Absagami yesterday. So those four will play, I believe, on Tuesday night, with the winner advancing to the finals next Saturday up at Egg Harbor Township High School. Since we are in the athlete in the spotlight, we do need to mention former athlete in the spotlight, Reese Downey. She did hit for her career 2,000 point yesterday, which is pretty special in that loss to Holy Spirit. So that's a pretty good accomplishment to hit 2,000. But on the boys' side, down to the Final Four as well, we got the top seed Atlantic City. They'll take on 5th seed Wildwood Catholic. And then the 10th seed Holy Spirit stunned the 2nd seed Middle Township 36-33 yesterday to advance to a appearance with St. Augustine in the semis, with the winners again going on to the finals next Saturday. So that'll get through the leagues, and then we'll start rolling into the sectionals and states there. Swimming is a little bit more advanced. Mainland boys and girls swept the South Jersey groups 20 last week. They'll move on to the state semis Tuesday. The girls have won 11 straight. They'll take on Morristown. Meanwhile, the boys will run 8 in a row. They got a little tougher paper route. They got a meeting against number 4 Chatham. All Chatham's done is won 54 straight meets and 3 straight state titles. So mainland boys might be up against it a little bit, but great to see both of those squads. They've both had great years, and they're continuing to play. And then on the non-public side, Our Lady of Mercy and St. Augustine will spend President's Day in a pool, both as top seeds, looking for that South Crown for the non-public schools. And then wrestling, the state team tournament will wrap up today with 7 finals.
Group 2, that's Group 2?
The state, it's all the group finals.
All the groups,
for the
okay. State.
Yeah, so it's up at Rutgers University. I think Group 2, the only school left locally, even kind of locally, would be Delsea. They'll take on Brick in one of the finals today. We do need to give a shout-out to Middle Township, longtime coach Matt Wolf. They got their first South Jersey sectional title on Thursday night. We'll talk a little bit of that as we get into our athlete in the spotlight, a little bit more there. And then the individual wrestling championships will be on the horizon not too far. We got a couple of local girls that are ranked second in their divisions, and that'll be March 6th to March 8th at Boardwalk Hall. That's always a good time. So basically, we're winding things down. It's been a great couple of weeks, and we've got a few more weeks to go, especially with basketball getting going.
All right, now it's time for your high school athletes in the spotlight.
All right. Well, we did mention Middle Township Wrestling, and our boys athlete in the spotlight this week is Max Adelizi, a senior wrestler from Middle Township. Max had a flair for the dramatic, I think, on, I believe it was Thursday night. He had a takedown with 20 seconds remaining in his 190-pound bout. It was the last bout of the evening, and a takedown allowed him to grab a 14-6 major decision. And that win propelled Middle Township, like we said, to their first sectional title in school history.
Wow.
Max had a great season. He picked up a forfeit win in Friday's state team semis loss at Rumson Fairhaven to run his record to 28-3 on the year. In his 4-year varsity career, he's got over 100 wins. I think he currently stands number 3 in the Middle Township program as far as wins, with a chance to continue moving up. And he secured a pair of golds in tournaments this year. Once at Palmyra, he was the most valuable wrestler. and the Hamilton tournament. So Max had a great season, great week, and he is our boys athlete in the spotlight. On the girls' side, we didn't really talk much track, but we have a track and field indoor athlete from Absegami, Jada Garrett. Garrett had a busy day at the South Jersey Group 3 Indoor Track Championships last week. She was all over the track and subsequently all over the podium. She finished third in the 400 meters with a sub-60-second performance. She was fourth in the 55 meters, setting a new school record with a time of 7.34 seconds. Came back to help her teammates, finished third in the 4x400. She will compete in the state meet in all three of these events next Friday. And also earlier this season, she broke her own school record in the long jump. So Jada had a great week. Max had a great week. And they are our girls and boys athletes in the spotlight. And as always, they will get a Philly Pretzel Factory gift card and a free pretzel coupon for each one of their teammates and coaches.
Awesome. That's phenomenal, Franny. We really appreciate you. You do a great job keeping us up to date with all the high school action.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you having me on. It's been a lot of fun. We have a couple more weeks in the indoor season. Before long, we'll be out there, pitchers and catchers, getting going down in Clearwater, and they'll be getting going up here, too. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, Fran. As always, we thank you. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
All right, there's Fran Malaughlin, the owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory at Egg Harbor Township. Each week, Fran will highlight a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And of course, Andrew, you go to the website.
Yep, right? You go right on the website. There's a tab that says High School Athletes in the Spotlight. You can see each and every week's edition of the show, the segment.
Do we have a little graphic for people to read about the story?
Of course, yeah. They're also on the YouTube page, Locker Room with Billy Schweim. You can go to either you want, and yeah.
Leeds does a great job with it. All right, Danny, we got some text messages we're going to read.
Yeah, we have a text from Nicole Tepp in Linwood. Says she wants to keep Zach Bond and Milton Williams because of how good Bond was on the defensive side of the ball, obviously.
She wants Milton.
That's the first
Milton Williams.
I
He's
don't
young.
hate it.
He's a defensive
I
tackle.
can't argue with that. Listen,
he's not going to command a lot of money.
I know. Well, no, he's going to get a big payday.
But not as big as
he's going to get a
Josh
raise.
Let me ask you this question, then, Danny. Is he a guy that might take a little less to stay with the Birds?
I don't know.
I don't think he would.
These guys, at this point, it'd be tough. I would consider it more if they lost it. If they lost the Super Bowl, I'd be like, okay, these guys want redemption. They want to go and try and beat the Chiefs again or another team. But they won it. They have a ring now. They might just go out, ride off into the sunset to a Carolina Panthers team that's going to overpay them and say, listen, I don't care if I don't win for the rest of my career. This is going to be life-changing money for not only my family, but family down the line for generations.
But Leedsy, man, the emotion, like Mekhi Becton belongs at Philly. But Milton Williams, I don't think how many defensive tackles has his stats? The guy's he's probably the most underrated Eagle out there.
Yeah, I mean, and having a guy like him makes it easier for guys like Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith to do what they can do and get to the
Carter's
quarterback.
Double team, Milton Williams got a free.
And he's a perfect complement to Jordan Davis as well. When you think about it, you have Jordan Davis, the run stuffer, and Milton Williams, he's good at getting after the quarterback from the interior. I think he's, he's a close number 3 with me, with Becton slightly having the edge. Milton Williams, though, again, he's going to get money, but he's not going to get paid.
The only one that I should say I don't care, but Josh Sweat, I think we can.
Writing's on the wall.
Yeah, all right, we got some more from her.
Well, real quick, just to continue on Williams, I do want to say, he netted a career-high 40 pressures to go with 5 sacks this season, had a team-high 14.8% pressure rate. So, yeah, you could try and replace him with a guy like Moro Ojomo, and he probably does a good job if he progresses in his career. But this is not a guy who's just like an average D tackle out there. And they got him in the 3rd round, Billy.
Did Cole also put...
Yeah, she said...
Which
after saying Bond and Williams, she said, this Super Bowl was the best. It was surreal and a complete beatdown. We're getting ready to build an EAGLES Eagles dynasty.
I like the sound of that.
Right out of my mouth.
I like that, and she went unique with the Williams answer. So
yeah. I like it. I like that.
That's up there.
And
that's a chance to win.
She's our first. Is your first female texter?
Yeah.
The knowledge that she has.
Knows her stuff.
She knows ball.
Right. Oh my God. This could be. Listen. This could be the beginnings of a dynasty.
I hope so.
This team was the 3rd, 4th youngest team in the league.
Feels like they're built to last, man. I mean, this offense, everybody on, that's important on that offense, besides like Lane, they're in their prime right now. And even Lane, he's playing at a prime level.
So does BG come back?
I think he's done.
I think he should walk out on top.
I think so too.
I
In
think he's
his
done.
speech, he did kind of say a couple times like, "Oh, we're coming back next year stronger than ever." But then he did say, obviously, even though I'm not on the team, I'll always be in Philly.
Yeah.
I think he should go out on top.
Yeah, I think he should go out on top. It's 15 years, right?
Yeah, 15
I mean,
on the
longest
money.
tenured Eagle ever, 2-time Super Bowl champion. There's only 3 Eagles that can say they're 2-time Super Bowl
There's
champions that are
4,
players.
yeah, 4, 'cause
Rick
Rick Lovato.
Yeah,
Rick
okay.
Lovato, yeah.
I was gonna say, who's the 4th? Is it Rick? Yeah, so
Good
4
old long
total.
What a magical run, man. You guys. So you guys are living in a great era because when I was a youngster, from 1961 to, like I said, 1977, 1978. Not only were the Eagles bad, they stunk. I mean, they were 2-12, 3-11.
Yeah.
For those many years in a row, there was no hope until Dick Vermeil came.
Yeah, and then, Jeffrey Lurie buys the team, obviously, instills even more hope. And, with the success they experienced early on after he bought the team, they still didn't win a Super Bowl. And obviously after 2004, it took them all the way until 2017 to get back to another one. So it hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies, for Jeffrey Lurie during his ownership tenure.
Now let's close it out. We got any more to read then?
Let me check real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut off submissions here.
Yep. Give me 1 second here. I got to go through these.
One player that I'm worried about is our field goal kicker, Jake Elliott. He didn't really have a great year, although he did make a couple clutch. He made a kick.
He's perfect in the Super Bowl.
Perfect in the Super Bowl. What would you do with him, Leedsy?
It's tough, man. I mean, I did see apparently on, I think it was the Greenlight podcast with Bo Allen and Chris Long, that they implied that he was dealing with some sort of injury during the season.
If that's the case,
then yeah, I say, bring him back, give him another shot. If he does start to falter again like last year.
We covered that pickleball tournament. He won that.
Yeah,
He's
a multi-sport
you see some
athlete.
of his golf shots?
And hey, listen,
Crazy bowler.
Yeah, he's a bowler. He does it all.
He absolutely showed up in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage of them all, and he at least deserves a chance. If he struggles at some point midway through next season, then you consider it getting a guy off a practice squad or something like you did with Elliott. But he deserves a chance to come back. Do have a text from Steven Vettner who says that he would bring back Milton Williams and Zach Bond. So another Milton Williams vote. And his reasoning is because Milton Williams can play defensive end or inside. He loves what he brings to the D-line. He also has youth on his side. And then he said the point that me and Andrew kind of made earlier. You can grab any decent offensive lineman and bring him to Stoutland University. So I would only bring back Becton if the price was right. Then goes on to say, this Super Bowl was awesome. Aesthetically pleasing, best roster of all time, but nothing compares to the first one. Let's not kid ourselves.
Use that buzzword, aesthetically pleasing.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Right. And that's a point in your book. That's a point in your book.
Although he went with the other
listening
one.
to the show. I love it. All right, guys. This whole show, we've been basking in the glow of our victory, Super Bowl 59. It's been a lot of fun this whole weekend. We even got the 1980 Olympic team in it. On it.
Yes, sir.
That's something I'll never forget.
Even with the Eagles dominating, the news circle,
Right.
we still were able to find a wide variety of topics to cover today. So it's been fun.
Played on that team. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Atlantic City, Best of Philly, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll pick the 2 winners and wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Leonard Skinnard, live in concert. Friday, May 30th, 9 p.m., Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. Celebrating 50 years of Leonard Skinnard. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Leonard Skinnard.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Kids, work, running errands, sitting in traffic. Life is busy. Shore Physicians Group wants you to take time for your health. Shore Physicians Group offers the highest level of quality, compassionate care close to home with convenient locations in Margate, Marmora, Mays Landing, Northfield, Ocean City, and Summers Point. Life is busy. Take time for your health. Visit shorephysiciansgroup.com and make your appointment today.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
I love Merrill Reese.
Yeah, what a call.
So what a call. All right, we got to pick our winners. Who wins, Danny? You're picking them.
Yeah,
Tough
so
decisions.
this was a tough one. This is a tough one, but we did have a late pull away there with a late submission. So with our first winner, let me give a little drum roll, please. Our first winner of today's T-shirt giveaway is going to go to Nicole Tepp from Lindenwood.
She wins.
Lindenwood. I mean, I like the answer.
It was unique.
It was creative. And we're going for the Eagles dynasty.
Right.
So I like the answer. Late pull away there from Nicole. She's going to win one of our large T-shirts that we're giving away here. Our second winner is going to be Shaner in EHT.
All right,
so the first one was one of the best games in any sport, yada yada, but this one was unbridled joy. He's keeping Zach and sweaty. And then our third winner, Pat from Maurice River. He's going to be the winner of our second large T-shirt. Shane's getting the XL. Pat said you got to keep Becton. He can play guard and tackle. Made some good points. I can't explain it all, but Pat from Maurice River, our third and final winner.
I will be calling them after the show. Dan will give me the numbers. I'll call you guys and let you know how we're going to get the shirts to you. Guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful 2-week run, but it's been a wonderful season.
Yes, sir.
And it's all over. But guys, thanks for all your coverage and everything you do. I want to thank Buzz Schneider.
What are you thanking Leeds for? You didn't do any coverage.
Right?
No, I'm just
I wasn't here.
I want to thank Buzz Schneider for the 1980 Olympic team. Thanks to Fran Malaughlin, Danny, Ryan, and the intern, Andrew Leeds. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great week, everybody. Let's go, Birds.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Hey, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Bash. Join me for a special happy hour